Oh boy, I sure love Sonic. He's gonna have a great year this year.
I've been a Sonic fan for a very, very long time, and as you can see by my channel, it's one of the topics I feel like I've talked about the most, and that's because of how very uncertain I feel about Sonic's future at times, since it seems like every time they release a game, it's a coin flip on whether it'll be a good game or a bad one. And even if we look at YouTube, you can see already how uncertain Sonic fans are about his future, and the franchise as a whole. Ever since the 25th anniversary, we've been getting various forms of media when it comes to Sonic, and you know, they have actually been pretty good at times. For example, with how the Sonic movie ended up turning out, which if you haven't already, ends up being a pretty good time. And honestly, the last good time we probably had in cinemas for the last year, funny enough. I feel like Sonic's been doing really well when it comes to these parts of the media, but when it comes to the games, he of course hasn't been doing so hot. And yeah, I'm not going to throw you a Sonic's transition to 3D has been terrible, because there's plenty of 3D Sonic games out there saying otherwise. But that doesn't mean we can ignore the fact that the last good Sonic game was Sonic Mania, a game not even made by Sonic Team, but a game made by very passionate Sonic fans. This year is Sonic's 30th anniversary. 30 whole years of Sonic being around along with his crazy antics that come along because of his existence.
Well, and now for something completely different. Electric Hedgehog Power! Pew!
I know so far this video has been pretty negative, and I know we don't even need more negative Sonic videos out there.
Take it off! What is this?
But this video is actually going to be a lot more positive than my past Sonic videos, because again, it's Sonic's 30th anniversary.
Leave Sonic alone!
We're only 2 months into this year, and there's been plenty of Sonic news already, which might make people worried about what's yet to come, but it actually makes me somewhat optimistic. I can't really start with most topics until I mention the change of voice actors that is going to hit soon on the English side of the Sonic cast. The voice actors of Sonic, Amy, and Tails are all retiring from the Sonic franchise very soon, which is always a shame to see, especially since a lot of these actors have been voicing these characters for 10 years now. That's more than any other previous cast. Well, other than the Japanese side of the cast, of course. This will change a lot of our experiences. I mean, it was crazy to me as a kid going from Jason Griffith's voice that I adored so much to Roger Craig Smith, whose voice I always heard on regular show.
You can't fire me. This is the best job I've ever had.
I didn't hate Roger's portrayal of Sonic at all, especially his work on Sonic Boom will always be so notorious to me. He just nailed that sarcastic tone in the show.
I think you would be a great sidekick for me.
No, Knuckles. I'm looking for someone to be my sidekick.
But I feel with these new changes, it might actually change the tone in most of these stories that are being told. And we already know how much we all want Sonic's in-game stories to desperately change. That is depending on who they end up going with, and if changing up the English actors even makes an impact on the direction of storytelling. But here's to a change. But at least they aren't changing Eggman's voice, because Mike Polak is an absolute legend when it comes to voicing my man Eggman. Next up on our list is a new Netflix show, Sonic Prime, that's coming to Netflix in 2022, which won't really be coming out on time for the 30th anniversary, but still, nonetheless, it's a pretty big announcement, especially with the announcement of the previous voice actors leaving, and the last show being Sonic Boom, which Cartoon Network mistreated horribly, even going as far as to showing the entirety of Season 2 on Boomerang, which not many people have access to, may I add. So seeing this new show being available on a streaming platform, that will honestly really give it a chance to at least blow up a little, so it's definitely exciting to see. So far we only got a measly title and a logo including the type of animation and animation studio we will be getting for the show, and the studio here working on this is Wild Brain Studios. You mean those people who made that weird Mega Man cartoon just recently? And they also revived Johnny Test. Oh well, hey, at least they worked on Ninjago, and I've heard nothing but good things about that. That's all we need, to be honest, and I'm sure we'll see a lot more news on it later into the year, or maybe even next year. Here's to hoping that it turns out to be super good, just like the Sonic Boom cartoon. There's also the sequel to the movie that just started filming recently, alongside with all the other forms of media I mentioned before, like a new IDW comic that will be releasing alongside the current IDW Sonic stub that will be starting Classic Sonic. So as we can see here, every aspect of Sonic's merchandising is being hit here, to comics, to the toys, to the cartoons, so even freaking Hollywood with the sequel to his already very successful movie. All that's left here is, well, the fucking games, which have been mentioned last year in July that the celebration will include not only one game, but multiple, and honestly, I'm not sure what that means. Like, are we getting re-releases or the inclusion of Sonic in games like how we recently just got him in Puyo Puyo Tetris 2? Nonetheless, we can still expect at least one mainline Sonic game. And please, please God, please, I want Sonic Mania 2 or something. Please look at this tweet I made. Look at it. I'm desperate. As I mentioned before, the tone of the next Sonic game might actually change. That's because of the change of voice actors, and like I said before as well, that might actually not be the case, depending on certain decisions. But what I didn't mention is that 2 previous Sonic writers have left the scene when it comes to writing for the new Sonic games, meaning we will be getting fresh minds at work for these new stories, for these new upcoming games. These writers that are leaving started off writing for the game Sonic Colors, which if you haven't noticed was where we started getting lines like this.
Baldy nose hair!
And this.
Hey, Tails, you missed the BBBE. Best boss beating ever.
But we also got good lines like this.
No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me.
But we all know as Sonic fans that we all really want the storytelling of old, such as the serious storytelling we got from games such as the adventure games and even Unleashed. We don't know honestly what we'll get, but remember the last time we got something serious, we got Forces, and that barely felt serious at all, but the future is exciting for the Blue Blur. It looks like everything is being lined up to actually turn out great for him for his 30th anniversary, and rightfully so. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I've been a very big Sonic fan for a very long time, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. And I'm sure you all stuck around through the good, the bad, and the very ugly that this franchise has spat out over the years. But it won't hurt to come into this with a positive outlook, because when that good comes, it's going to be amazing to witness, and hey, maybe even to play through. We gotta remember that Sonic's 20th anniversary game, Generations, became a very well beloved game, even considered to be a must play for every Sonic fan. So let's have faith that this time around things do look up, because so far I think that the Sonic franchise has it all lined up to be a very bright and successful future, not only for his 30th anniversary, but for the near future itself. But hey, if the next game or if any of these things turn out terrible, then come back to this video and leave a comment on how I was wrong. And trust me, I'll make sure to eat my own words. Also, the Sonic Legos look cool, and they are based off Mania. And hey, look, they are also fan-made and being picked up for official release. Fuck you, Nintendo.
What's wrong with you?
Well, there you have it. I'm sure he's going to have a great 30th anniversary, and hopefully he's going to have a great rest of his life too. Well, that's it for Sonic. I'm a bigger Mario fan anyway.